I have a driving lesson tomorrow. I mean, not a driving lesson, a driving test. I've had 2 other driving tests before and I failed them, obviously, that's why I'm taking a 3rd one. I don't know, I just don't know how to feel, but I just want to document this anyway. Excuse how I look, but it's the day of the test. I'm speaking quietly because my mum and dad are asleep, so I'm gonna sneak out. I woke up on time. Now I'm just prepping for the test. Okay, so just a quick update. I failed. Yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna go to uni now. And I'll tell you why I failed later. Excuse the mess behind me, excuse how much of a mess I look. I've been to uni today. It's currently 10:15, sorry, I just got a message. It's currently 10:15 p.m. and I'm very, very anxious. Okay, so I'm very anxious and nervous because tomorrow morning, you know what, my heart is actually going, and my stomach, I feel sick. My stomach. Yeah, I actually feel sick. I actually feel really, really sick. You know that kind of like feeling that you have in your stomach, and it's here as well, and it's, I'm really, really scared. Like I feel like I'm like shaking right now. Morning, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I'm so scared. I don't know why I'm acting this scared because it's my 4th one. Not 8th, my 4th driving test. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm just really hoping that it's a good turnout. Obviously, you'll find out, I'll find out on the day. It all depends on the time and like the day and the situation of the day. Kind of just when I'm, oh my god, I don't know why I'm so scared, because I don't want to go to sleep, because I know that when I wake up in the morning I have a okay. I'm gonna try and be positive. If I'm positive throughout the whole thing, then I will feel a lot better. And I don't know, I need to just be in the zone. I need to think positive. I need to just, you know, try and distract myself now, but also kind of prepare myself for it. And nobody else knows. It's only me and my driving instructor. We're the only ones that know. I've kept it that way from the first one to this one. Nobody knows. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say today, because I will update you tomorrow and let you know. I'm really hoping that it's a I passed the vlog, like, you know what I mean? I really hope. Oh, I just need some good news. I just want some good news. I want something to be happy about, like. So yeah. I can't believe guys, I actually passed my driving test. Like, just take a moment to take it in at the fact that I actually passed my driving test. You know what, I actually still can't believe it. I came home with the sheet and I showed my family, and they didn't even know anything about me going on a test, so that was really nice to tell them. People I know, surely they don't think I'm just sitting in the car just drinking a green tea by myself, right? That's kind of what I'm doing, to be honest. I thought the best place to tell you this news and to kind of explain it to you is for me to be sitting in a car. Now, you probably can tell by the title already, I passed my test. I don't know why I'm oh. Where's my phone gone? My phone's dropped down the side. Let me open the car. Okay, my phone dropped down the side of the car. I've got it now. I am still in shock and I still actually can't believe it, because I'm like, wait, what? I can drive a car. So I kind of want to explain and talk a little bit about driving tests and my experiences with the driving test system, and like the whole driving system and driving lessons and theory tests and all of that, just because it will kind of help you. I did get this video inspiration by Alisha Jasmine, so if you haven't checked her channel out, I will leave it in the description box below. I passed my test on the 29th of January 2020. I had it at 9:17, so it was a morning test, and where I learned and took my test was in Sidcup. I don't know if I would go back to Sidcup, but like, you know, that's something we'll find out. That's something we'll find out when I actually start driving on my own. Now I am sitting in a car, but I don't currently have my own car, and I am sitting in my mum's car. You can tell it seems like a very big car. It is a big car. It's the Audi Q7, and I'm not gonna drive there. I'm actually so happy, and like I'm like just like, I still can't really believe the fact that I can drive, but I can drive. I turned 17 on the 20th of March 2018, and I think I applied for my provisional a couple of weeks before I turned 17, and it came pretty quick. The company I went with was A-Class. Honestly, a really good driving company. Because when I called them, I said like, can I have an instructor, like I'm 17, blah 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 blah. I sorted it out and I was given an instructor. Now I'm not going to disclose the names of any instructors or anything, because that's just private information. The first instructor I had one lesson with that first instructor and I didn't hear back. Well, it was kind of like a confusion between, like, the instructor didn't think I wanted to carry on with that instructor and just didn't know. So there was a couple of months where I had no lessons and I was just not learning. So from my first lesson I didn't have anything, and then it was kind of getting ridiculous to the point that I couldn't reach that instructor. I couldn't get hold of that instructor, so I was just like, this is wasting my time. I need to like carry on with driving and I need to carry on learning. So what I did was I called up the company again and I said, like, I'm not hearing back from this person, this is the person's name, but like, I'm not hearing back from them and I'm not sure why, but is it possible if I can get a different instructor? The instructor that I had, literally the best, like literally one of the best instructors ever, like literally such a nice instructor. I could not have been any happier with the instructor that I got. I was just literally, I had literally the best instructor, and my instructor was so nice and caring, and you kind of need that. It's important you have like a strong, good relationship with your instructor, just because you're going to be taking lessons with them. You're going to be spending like 1 to 2 hours or maybe more, I don't know, in a car with that person. You need to feel comfortable with them, you need to feel safe with them. But yeah, like honestly, I cannot thank my instructor enough. Then I think I started learning again in end of September, October time 2018. A couple of months into my lessons, I went from just my local area to doing 2-hour lessons in Sidcup. And within this I was revising for my theory test, because in this country, I don't know if it's like this in other countries as well, but we have to do a theory test and a practical test. And obviously the theory test, you have to have that done before you can go and apply to do the practical test. I didn't tell anybody when my theory was, so I just booked it myself, and I obviously told my instructor. I prefer to keep everything about my driving, like tests, theory tests, everything private. I just wanted to keep it a secret and keep it to myself, just because I didn't want that added pressure of people knowing that I had a test. I did my theory on the 18th of March last year, so 2019, and the reason I did that is because that's the date that's my mum's driving anniversary date. So I was like, okay, if I pass on the 18th of March, then there's like 2 different driving related anniversaries on that day, so I just thought I might as well do it that day, and I did. And I remember like something so special now that I think of, like when I came home that day, I told my grandmother, and she it was so funny because she was so happy and she was like saying congratulations and everything. I remember she gave me a hug, but she was like to me, that's so good, that's so good. And then when I had a driving lesson a couple of days after, she was like, and I said to her, I'm gonna go for my driving lesson. She was like, what? Like, she was kind of confused because she was like, why are you gonna go to a driving lesson? Why are you going on a driving lesson? You passed. So it's really cute because she thought that I had passed my driving test, not my theory. That's just something special I think of now. Okay, so the thing that I failed on for the first test was the emergency stop. The emergency stop was too slow, and obviously the emergency stop has to be rapid, but emergency stop is one of the worst like things to have on your test. So obviously I failed on because my emergency stop was too slow. But other than that, I feel like the test was okay. I didn't get that many faults, I didn't get minors, or I didn't get many minors. I don't think my head was in that test. I don't think I was in the right headspace to do that, but to do a driving test. I'm not just blaming on that, but like I don't really know if I should want to say this in this video, or if I think I am going to do another video on it. But like 2019 was like a really bad year for me and my family, so I just feel like the time my test was, it was kind of close to a really like raw moment in my life, that because one of the bad things that happened in my in 2019, my test was kind of really near that time that happened. So I don't think I had fully, I don't know, like I don't think my head was in the right space. My reaction to every time I failed, I didn't really have a reaction. I kind of was just like, okay, and I just kind of moved on. I didn't really rant about it, I didn't really stress about it. Maybe like inside I stressed about it, but I didn't really make it show that I was upset or that I was annoyed or angry. I kind of just like moved on. Then I kind of like, as soon as I failed the test in the car, on the way back when my instructor would drive me home, I would just be booking the next one. One of the good things I would say, if you fail, just figure out what, like, obviously take the feedback from the examiner and kind of just work on it. I know sometimes in tests it's not like, in tests it literally just, you can drive, but it literally just depends on the day and the situation and what is happening at that time. You can't really control it. All you've got to do is just be confident, be relaxed. I know that's quite hard to say, but you know. So then the second test I took was in September. I had a woman, and not gonna lie, she kind of made me feel on edge. I was on edge on like the second and third test. So the examiner literally had to put her hand on the wheel. If they touch the wheel, then that is it. You have instant, I feel like I think it's if they touch the wheel, that's an instant fail. So I think from then I kind of knew that I'd failed, and I kind of just wanted to give up, and I kind of didn't really care about the rest of the test because I felt like that really put me off. But November was my third test, and in this one I had another woman. Again, she intimidated me. A couple of things that I had failed on, I did actually get more minors in that one, which I was like, okay. And there was a car that was like, one of the main things that I failed on, there was a car that was reversing that didn't see, like, out of like their house, somebody reversing out of their driveway, and we were coming and they weren't looking our way. As I went to go to stop, literally I had my foot on the brake, literally about to put pressure on the brake to stop it. The instructor or the examiner put her foot down and was like, stop. And I was like, my foot is applying pressure to the brake, I am stopping, I am so far away from that car. I was thinking like, that car needs to look my way, like, the person in that car needs to look my way to see that I'm coming, because I've seen that person's reversing and I am putting my foot on the brake. That annoyed me because I was like, my foot is literally on the brake and I'm applying pressure, it's slowing down, I'm so far away from that car, like, don't even try and fail me for that. And I failed for that. And another thing was that I let a bus go. I was coming and I was basically really narrow.
you have quite a few narrow roads in Sidcup, and a lot of roads where so many cars are parked on both sides, and you have like hardly room to get in, and you can't fit two cars in both like, in the lanes sort of thing. So you have to like kind of move to the side and let people go. So that's kind of what I did. I did that because there were so many cars coming by, and it was my like, it was their right way, so I had to let them go past. So I kind of just like, you know, kind of got myself into like a little space to let the cars go past. So the examiner was like, at the end of the thing, she said, or actually in between the test, she was like, stop, and I'd stopped. I was literally stopped, and she literally was like, you're close to the car in front, but my wheel, like my steering wheel was turned, like literally so far out, like it turned, there would not be contact with the car in front because it was so out, like my wheel had been turned, like my steering wheel was turned, so that when I kind of drive off, it will drive off out, and then I'll kind of bring myself back in to go forward. Literally, I had it set up because that's what I used to do on my like lessons, and it used to be fine. And she was just saying I was so close, and I was just like, honestly, you don't understand, like there's way, I wasn't even that close, like honestly, there was room for me to like kind of get out and come in, and I was just like, woman, and she found me on that as well.
I hadn't had a lesson since November, and then I had one a week before the test, and then I didn't have one until the day of the test. But my examiner that I had this time, oh my god, he was amazing. So I had it was a guy, it was a male, and oh my god, he was the nicest examiner I had. He made me feel comfortable. He made me feel relaxed. I wasn't on edge at all. And he was actually so nice, and in that test, like the test felt like it just went like that because I wasn't on edge. I wasn't overthinking. I was just doing what I needed to do. I wasn't overthinking. I was just doing like the test. I was just driving. That's literally what I was doing. I was just driving how I would normally drive. When we got back into the test centre, he was like, you can park anywhere, so I parked in one of the bays, and I was like, and then I turned the car off, and I just like prepared myself, and I was like, okay, now this is the scary part. And he was like, as I said that, he was like, well, I'm pleased to say, and I was just like, what? I looked at him and I was like, wait, what? And he was like, yeah, I'm pleased to say you've passed, congratulations. And I was like, thank you. Literally, when I passed, I was so happy because not only did nobody know at home, so it was going to be a nice surprise to come home to, like come home and tell everyone, but it was just, it's something I have always wanted. I've always wanted to drive. Because it's that like independence, like along with all of this like happiness that came with the driving and like passing the driving, my instant thought when I had passed was my grandmother. Literally, when the examiner said to me, I'm pleased to say you've passed, I literally wanted to cry. The first person I thought of was my grandmother, and some of you may know, some of you might not. My grandmother passed away in June, and it's been like really hard. I just got a rush of emotions. Like I just had a rush of emotions, and I just talking about it now is bringing all those emotions, like bringing them all back, because literally the first person I wanted to tell was my grandmother. Like literally I just thought of her straight away, because when I was learning how to drive, when I used to say like, oh, I'm gonna drive, she used to get so excited, and I used to say to her like, when I do pass, or if I do pass, like I'm gonna take you here, I'm gonna take you there, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and it used to make her happy to hear those things. It literally like the feelings just crashed down onto me. So when I came home, I did actually get upset, and I did cry to my mom, because I was just a bit like, this is something I've always wanted, and it's something like the thing that to go with me always wanting it is for me to tell my mother like, oh, I passed. And just because how I've seen the reactions as well of how like she's like been so happy from when like my brother and sister passed, it's just kind of something I wanted. Like I just wanted, you know, that hug, that kind of like the congratulations and all of that from mama. So it just didn't feel like the same, and I kind of kept like it quiet a little bit. Like I was just like, I don't really feel like telling anyone straight away. So I think I kind of told more people the next day, like my family, that I'd passed, because I kind of wanted to take it in, and it just hit a little bit harder. But I'm kind of just dealing with that still, so I kind of don't really want to think too much about that. But yeah, I'm still trying to be happy about the whole situation, and still be happy, because it is something to be happy about. Yeah, but anyway, on to another note. I don't want to talk too much about that, because it will make me upset even more. Like, it will make me more upset, so I'm kind of not talking about it. But anyway, when I went home and I told my family, they were like so happy, and they were like, okay, we need to like get you a car now. And I was like, yes, we need a car.
and I literally cannot wait for when I do have a car, because I'm gonna clean it. I know I say that now, but a lot of people have said that like, you're saying that now, but when it actually comes to it, you're not gonna want to clean it. But I want to clean it. I want to fill it up. I want to blare my music. Literally, having a car party is my idea of fun. I've been in here for ages now, but I cannot wait to like just drive to my family, like my cousins' houses, my auntie's houses, my literally everywhere, to like see them, and to like I even said to like people, I'm gonna take you here, I'm gonna take you there. I don't know where my first route is gonna be, or my first drive is gonna be like in my car, but I can't wait. I will keep you updated on that journey, or like, I will keep you updated on my driving journey, like my independent driving journey. I did get post today. I got post. I'm not going to show you the other side because the other side has my address on it, but I got post, and I actually think it's my driving license. And the thing is, they said it will take up to 3 weeks, but I only passed on Wednesday and today's Saturday. I think it is. Okay, I'm not going to show you because it has got my private information on it, but I'll just let you know if it is. Do you know what I think it is? I actually think it is. I think it is. Okay, let me open it. Let me see. It is, but my picture's disgusting. But that is my license. My mum gave me that today. She was like, you got post and I think it's your license. I was like, no way, it's only been like 3 days. How can it already be here? But it is. I've got my license. Woo. So that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, but I will have more driving videos up, like more car related things. So thank you ever so much for watching. But yeah, I'm gonna go now. See you guys soon. Bye.